apologize if no one's heard my beautiful voice this whole time. My recap is a failure. I'll type it out in the YouTube chat so you know the brief recap of what I said. Or watch last episode. All right. Well, thank you guys. I appreciate that. Crossfire said so. Thank you. And I didn't have my chat up. I was looking at the members. I will say thank you. Anyway, thank you. And now Raph kicks the grate out. It goes down and hits this guy square on top of it. Like, he only hears the last second to look up, which is probably worse because then he takes the grate in the face and gets smashed to the ground. And
Yay.
then I think you're in. Just watch Raphael drop on down. All right. And then you can move in.
Can I interrogate this guy that I'm standing on top of, or is he KO'd?
I don't know. I don't think he's down. I think he just gets hit. He's probably like bleeding out of his face, and then you jump down. Maybe not necessarily on him because that might crush him, but you're pinning him down probably, right?
Probably got my foot on the grate, and then I just ask him, "Where's Stockman?"
He's just like, oh, go on. He's right. Stockman is right to be crazy. People are right. What are you? I mean, you guys look like you, right? He's probably going nuts. So probably need something like a persuasion or a presence or something to kind of convince him to keep talking.
All right.
And
Presence, huh?
Yeah, let's you know what? Let me switch to the next person real quick. We'll come back to you. Because you kicked that down and you jumped on top of him, and you ask him, where are the drugs going?
Where are the drugs? Swear to me.
Yeah.
Where are the hostages? I'm not wearing hockey pants. I'm speaking bat right now.
Donatello, as we start the initiative order.
Yeah, totally going out of initiative order, but in initiative order.
Raph kicked it off for you. I think that.
Yeah, the plan went awry when we involved initiative for jumping down. I think actually he will hold. He will hold until everybody else is gone.
Okay. Raphael, go ahead and make your presence roll if that's what you were going to do.
Okay, any advantage?
Boy, you're just going to keep advantaging me all night. No,
the thing pops up. The thing pops up.
I would say no, because he might just pass out or he just, I don't know. We'll just go with a regular 15. That's enough. He's trying to move his arm. He's like, oh, over there. And so he's seeing someone smash him in the grate. It happens to be a gigantic turtle man asking where his boss was, who's been obviously paranoid about people coming after him. So he does, and he cowers and tries to hope that you don't kill him, but we'll find out. Leo, you're next.
All right, I'm going to go in and advance as far into the room as I can get.
I think.
What's the scale on this?
There is none. It's not written to scale, but every 4 squares technically be about that. So I would say you could probably make it to right around here. Yeah, that's fine.
Come up to that station.
Ninja advance.
Anything else, or you just jump in and move?
No, it's surveil. So we got 2 guys. One is at this control panel.
Yep.
And then there's this pink door here. Can't get mine to ping. There we go.
Yep.
Is that door open?
No.
Okay. Are all the doors closed?
The doors are closed. They have windows in them, though, so it's not hard to see the 2 men in this room here who have now probably turned around. And this guy is obviously, he hasn't moved because it's not their turn, but they're looking your way.
Cool. Are these like regular doors we can open, or are they probably locked?
Nope, they look like they're regular doors.
Okay. All right. I'm just going to keep them here to keep them from interfering with the interrogation going on behind me.
All right. Michelangelo.
Mikey is going to attempt to leapfrog off of Raphael, like fall out of the grate and leapfrog off of him, and then power slide in between Leonardo's legs and trap this guy.
Okay.
How about I give you an assist?
Yes!
That
Like,
worked
if you
out
get on
so
your-
well the last episode.
If you
I
dip and
know!
slide, and like you're not running, but actually sliding on your shell.
Yeah.
Whip you along.
Yeah, like you know, what's that thing that they do with the brooms?
Buck?
No, it's an Olympic sport.
Curling.
Oh, curling.
Curling.
Curling. You're gonna curl.
Yeah.
You're gonna like push me along like a curler.
There you go. Yeah. We'll go like turtle bowling.
Yeah. So like I want to try to use my agility to like leapfrog off Raphael and then slide through Leonardo's legs and like trap this guy in like that cubby of the desk.
Sure. Go for it.
Yeah.
He'll give you an advantage with the assist.
Yeah. All right. So agility.
Yeah,
One.
sounds good.
Smith.
That works.
Ha-ha!
All right.
You can, you can be right about, whoops, I'm looking at the wrong screen now. Like you can be like right in here, doesn't matter, but enough to where he's just like, whoa,
Hands on either side of that hole and be like, "How you doing, buddy?"
he's just like,
Oh, hello.
feel zone. I'll use the Stockman things. It's just a generic. Let's see. I think we'll give their will score just a generic 1. So you got an agility. This is for the one by Raph. This is called the "Don't Poop Your Pants" roll. They both failed and wish that they had worn their brown pants today. So what that means is they kind of go catatonic from shock because they've never seen a turtle man before, and they're just like this one that Mikey's got trapped. He's just like, and the one underneath Raph's feet is just kind of he's bleeding and not feeling good. And then Donatello comes up.
Well, everybody seemed to be having fun flippity doopity and all over the place, and he's just literally just gonna one arm down and just kind of hang there for a second, drop. It's just like no to the guy.
Donatello, a southern gentleman.
He just pats the guy's cheek that you smashed to make sure he's still alive. And if I need to, he'll heal him.
He'll probably make it. He probably has a broken nose, but he'll make it.
Well, I'll fix that for him. I'll heal him.
So you trying to push the grate off him that Rafa has him underneath, and then
No. Just kind of like, you okay, buddy? And he's all like,
Band-Aid on him.
little glowy. The particle effects come out from behind his little eye thing, and he invokes his boon to see if it works. See if I can heal him, make sure he's still.
So how do you heal him? Like what are you healing with? Are you like laying on hands of some sort?
Basically.
This is some like deep crazy monk stuff, or is it? We don't know. Donatello's left eye is not an eye anymore.
It's this white void.
Give me a roll,
It
sir.
looks-
That's probably gonna make him poop his pants more, I would think.
Maybe.
It is creepy. Holy crap.
So he gets back 2d6 worth of health.
What the?
Am I rolling it?
Well, I mean,
I'll do it.
I don't think he has that much health.
No.
But
No, it's something.
Creepy
And
healing eye.
Rafi, I don't know if you know what happens because you're kind of standing above while Donatello bends down, but the guy's underneath is great, and he just stops squirming. His nose stops bleeding. It's still kind of busted or it's crooked, but it like just stops bleeding, and he's just kind of like he's even more in shock, but in a different way. And so, generic scientist number 1 back here cowers back in the corner, as we can see on the map, and then Stockman actually comes up to this door, he actually pulls out a handgun as he approaches the door, but the handgun looks weird. It looks like not just like a standard handgun. He just pulls some out. It has like just stuff added to it, and he goes there and you hear the lock go as he locks the door. He's like, "Who are you freaks? I told you, I'll get it for you. I just need more time. Leave me alone. Leave me alone."
That must be the guy we're looking for.
I think you're right.
Raphael, it's your turn. That's all he does in his turn.
All right.
Raphael.
I'm gonna start heading towards the door then. How far can I go?
Well, what do you want to do? And you can make it up to the door. You want to smash?
Can I make it up to the
Are
door?
you trying to smash through it?
Yeah, I was hoping to smash through it and kind of like, if he's still up against it, knock him down with it.
Oh, I like that. Run and charge. Okay, I forgot what the charge. I think the charge is it's like an attack with disadvantage, but you can move double your speed. So, do you have any kind of? Let's see if you have any kind of cool abilities or any kind of. Or are you just throwing your strength at it?
Actions and attributes.
Just a second
Let's see.
here. I
Battle
think I had.
Battle trance. Free action. You may enter a battle trance. I don't know if that's something you would do now.
Move up to your twice your speed, and make one melee attack at disadvantage 1.
I mean, it's up to-
Okay. Can I?
what's
Yeah,
that?
I'll do that.
Battle trance. Yeah, I mean, if you're like that, I think so. Because Raphael just like focuses. He's like, I gotta knock that door down. So he's just like, and it's like, I don't know. Do you smash your shell into it, or is it just your shoulder? Like, what's it look like as you jump into this thing?
I'd like shoulder tackle, like
This-
diving into it.
This steel door. I love it.
Yeah.
Okay, so additionally, so you get 1 on all attacks, so that will equal out with the negative. So it'll just be a straight up might roll. I'm assuming you're
Okay.
using your might. Additionally, toughness and resolve defenses are increased by 3. So if that's if you even need it. We'll worry about that in a second. But so go ahead and charge and make just a regular might roll.
Okay.
Let's see how good it does. I have a number in mind. Ooh. The number was 1 more than what you rolled there.
Of course it was.
I'm trying to... No, I think though.
So you just scared the crap out of him.
Oh no, you smash into it and the door bows in and the top hinge pops apart and the door leans in. It just doesn't go all the way. It still hits Baxter and it smashes him in the head and he falls backwards. So here's the success with a consequence. You succeed to get the door basically open and you can kind of push through it after this, but you just knock Baxter out. So
Okay.
as far as he's down, his gun sprawls away, and his forehead's just a mess bleeding, like you've injured him. And I don't know what you guys' intentions here. Did you guys talk about if you wanted to keep him alive or not?
I
Before
think we were just stealing him, weren't we?
Yeah, we'll keep him alive, totally.
Okay,
Totally steal the dude and everything we can get our hands on.
we didn't talk about it, so I want to make sure. So
Yep.
Baxter Stockman is unconscious and hurt. So if you wanted to speak to him, you're not able to unless you wake him up. But other than that, that's your roll. Next is Leo, then Mikey.
Did we get Stockman's funny-looking gun?
It's in the room with him. It went backwards when he got hit.
Okay.
You guys aren't in this room yet.
What are the other 2 doors? What's behind him?
I don't know, genetic science stuff? Background science?
All right.
Lots of formaldehyde.
Actually, let's see.
Secrets of life.
The
In
top,
everyday moments.
I think the top one, the north of our screen there, up here, is actually a gigantic rat maze, mouse maze, rat maze. And you
Okay.
can see where there's a current demonstration on where this mechanical 2-footed eyeless metal mouth thing is like clawing its way, and the mice are trying, the rats are actually trying to like go through the maze and get away. And you see there's lots of holes in the maze where You're like, that's weird. Why is it all broken? You know, you can see that there's a lot of like pieces, and they can reset this pretty easily with more wood scraps, wood and brick. These mazes are made out of. You can tell it can be assembled and taken apart really easy. Well, there's this rat running, and as you look there, it's gonna get down this hallway away from this mechanical thing. I know it's a mouser, but we don't know it's a mouser. And as it goes there, the mouser decides to, instead of having to go around the corner and chase it, it just chews and goes right through the wall and catches the rat off guard and just clumps it, and you see blood explode as this thing just starts chomping up this rat, and it's like it puts its head up and it like swallows the rat inside it.
Gross. We need some of those for the lair. Ooh, Splinter may not like that.
Whoops.
Yeah, I think Dad would disapprove of those pets.
So
I'm gonna go check the door to the hallway.
And the south door is the way to leave the room.
Yep.
And then the east door, east bottom right here, looks like a storage facility. Well, you can't really see much in there, but it looks like it's storage of other things.
All right.
And
Raph, do you want to see if you can help Michelangelo get the gun? And Donnie, you want to see if there's any toys in here
Moment, boss.
or escape?
I think at this point, with what you guys have done, we can go out of initiative and just go back and forth, because these guys are
Probably.
the most fight was from Baxter, and he's already out of it. So
We should probably tie him up so we can haul him away.
Did we bring a bag?
I have a backpack.
All right. Will he fit?
The person?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we'll have to carry him.
Ah.
Before he goes and helps get the gun, the guy that Mikey has pinned, he's gonna look at him and say, "Lab coat off now."
We're going to lock these guys up.
Lucas, you're muted.
no, I'm not.
Oh.
He's just like he's so afraid. He just starts to like take it off.
I just want the white coat, dude. Just the white coat. Just give me the coat.
The white coat is yours.
He starts unbuckling his pants. No, stay, leave that.
Oh God, no.
It went wrong so fast. Thank you for the host, Sharp-Eyed Kasune. I appreciate it, Kit. Thank you very much. Thank you also as well, Crossfire49, for joining us, and all other members of chat, and also for the help. Oh, there's actually a few people in here. Thanks for joining us tonight. TMNT Series 46, our comic book style, 1946, dark TMNT comic in Detroit, Michigan. You didn't expect it. I know it. I'm the closest one to Detroit. Well, actually, so is Raphael. But anyway, it doesn't matter. Let's continue. The situation has been taken down. There's no, the intensity is gone. This guy gives you his lab coat, generic scientist number 2. Generic scientist number 3 just is happily, just stays underneath the grate and doesn't move. He doesn't dare move. And you can finish pushing the door open where generic scientist number 1 is just like, oh, actually, no. I think generic scientist number 1, if you're pushing through, he's trying to dial up on a phone. But you can get to him before he makes a call to security, if you need
I
to.
throw my sigh at the phone.
There you go.
Yes, because that looks cooler.
Yeah.
I think I'll give you that one.
Sweet.
Yeah, it's one of those.
It's a non-moving object. It's like basic target practice.
So he's pulled up the
Got a spine.
He's pulled up the
doesn't
receiver, and he hits a button, and he's like, come on, and the sigh strikes. So we see it right across his field of vision. Just the sigh hits the phone. Of course, we have the sparks because it has to spark because it's comics, and he's just like, I was calling my mom. Please don't hurt me, monster, man. So now
Monster.
Sorry, this person thing. I don't know. I'm sorry.
Well, with the shell on, we're technically turtles, but we are sort of man-sized. So
We're men on the
Man.
half shell, dude.
there we go with that. Thank you, Mikey.
So, to keep it moving here, you guys, what is your objectives? Get Baxter, loot the place, get lab coats, leave. What am I missing?
It sounded good so far.
Michelangelo, did you take any more lab coats?
Oh yeah, he's gonna take a couple just so he can make Donnie an actual lab coat for the bag. He's gonna try to sew Donnie, and it's gonna look horrible. But when we get back, there's gonna be downtime of making Donnie a lab coat.
You can get as many as you want up to there's at least 12 coats in this place. They all have like 3, or there's other people, so you can.
It could be hanging on pegs.
Now I think the generic rule in Open Legend is 20 items total in your inventory. I think that's the max. Doesn't really matter the weight. Some are considered bulky. So Baxter Stockman is considered bulky, which means it's going to slow your move down. Whoever has him. And then if someone's gathering a whole backpack full of tech, like other mousers and other good tech, then that will also probably be considered bulky. I'm not too concerned about it at the moment, but you can hold up to 20 items. Michelangelo, you can take as many of those as you want. They're each one individual.
Ah!
Flavor text.
Ignore it.
Spam. All right.
Ignore that. Delete that. Sorry.
I can't, but it's okay.
We will
How do
not
I-
ignore it.
It's
How
okay.
do I add things to my inventory?
You hit the little eye next to it, and it makes
Ah.
it where you can enter stuff.
Yeah, there you go.
Yep. I'll take about. I think 4 lab coats would probably make a turtle big enough for a turtle
Yeah.
hunchback.
With room for some error in your sewing and stuff.
Yeah.
Donatello, you load up your
Yes.
backpack full of tech, Uxer Mousers, and all kinds of cool. Like, you're surprised because you know what regular modern day tech is. You also know what advanced tech is from what you've found and what you've dealt with some of the other oddities and weird stuff. This is definitely advanced tech. Like, this is not tech any research and development lab should have at this point in history. Like, you've been in Odin's Well. This is not where it should be yet. This should not be for another probably 60, 80 years probably.
So it's an anomaly to me. It's like this is does not belong, but at the same time, there it is. So I got to deal with it.
Where's this
Aliens.
Where's this guy or this company get this from? So you got backpack full of stuff. Michelangelo's got backpack full of coats, or whatever. Who's carrying?
I would also help carry any of Donnie's stuff that he
Okay.
needs. That like if he can't carry it, I'll be like, here.
All right.
As the big guy, I'm probably carrying Stockman. I probably put like a bag over his head and
Sure. Throw him up over your shoulder.
throw him up over my
Execution
shoulder.
style.
Yeah.
All right. So you got Stockman. You got Stockman on lockdown. All right. Let's squish him down a little bit here. Make him a little smaller. There you go. He's all yours. And with Leo, I'm assuming more of a scout, looks ahead. When you check out the southern room, that is your big tangled hallway mess of going all the way down through like several stories to get to the bottom. When you're in the storage closet, actually, Leo, why don't you make me a roll?
Okay.
If you're looking for a way out, right?
So I was actually thinking it's going to take the time when they're gathering stuff and getting Stockman. I was going to use my prescience,
Okay.
try and get a feel for what is waiting for us in the hallway and our best route out of there.
Okay.
No advantage, correct? That didn't work.
Wow.
Pretty bad.
What happened?
I don't know.
You rolled a 5 and a 3. Okay.
That did nothing. So in that case, I'm just going to stick my head in the hallway.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll tell you found. You found nothing. Donatello, who's packing up stuff. Like, okay, so you see a long hallway. There's some other security measures. Actually, there's a couple of security guards probably down the way. There's some other late night workers like a custodian. This would not be a quiet way out. I mean, you guys can stealth and stalk, but you are a little more burdened down. Donatello, Michelangelo, when they're in the southern or south right, bottom right storage facility down here, you find that actually in the very corner, let's go back to our screen here. Draw a shape. Here. Let's just say it's green. This square right here is actually, if you can work the grading right, you can get into the duct system and probably work your way down in a different way. So you can go through the ducts, get into heating and cooling system, find a real quick way. You have to like dodge and get in the inner workings of the building, but you can find some back way to get straight down to the bottom, but your exit will be through the sewers. But at the same time, you are no strangers to the sewers. Am I right, or am I right, or am I right?
That is correct.
So you have the options here.
Would it be like a parkour situation to get to that grate, or is it like just trudging through this unknown liquid?
Oh, no. The grate's right there at the end of the hallway. But I would say
Okay.
you probably all have to make at least one check to safely parkour or climb your way down. Now you can take your time real carefully. But there might be a slight disadvantage for Raphael and Donatello, who are bulked out with all their stuff. Unless they, choose to go a little bit slower.
Probably go a little bit slower.
I'm going to use that climbing that we have to full
Well,
effect.
I did offer Donatello to hold some of the stuff in my bag if I needed to.
This is where I wonder. He's like, sure, and he gives you a lot of stuff he was carrying, and then as soon as you turn around, he fills up the same space with more tech.
Now they went from one Mauser head trying to work its body free to now there's two of them smacking each other, and he's like putting his hand between them, like, no, what?
Hoarders, man, have you seen it?
Someday. Maybe. See if you guys live here.
He even goes over to the grate they came down in, and he's starting to toss some stuff up there just in case. Like,
let me ask.
it's great.
Did someone take Baxter's gun?
I'd say we took it.
Yeah, I
Added it to the bag.
think Rolf asked me to grab it, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think I said before I did that I grabbed the coat, so...
Okay, I just want to make sure.
Yeah, while I'm stripping all of these guys of their lab coats, I'm gonna reach down and scoop up the gun. So Mikey has the gun.
And you guys choose to leave these scientists alive because they've seen you? I don't know how you guys operate as a unit and how you've been all stealthy in the years. I don't think you guys would kill him,
Who's
but...
gonna believe him?
Yeah, okay, all right.
A bunch of guys in turtle costumes broke into the vents.
You didn't see nothing.
Alrighty. Let's have a roll from everybody, and if people can assist each other, you can be creative with it. This is just basically our montage of getting from the top of the building down to the sewers.
First, I'll take
What are we rolling?
That's up to you. What makes sense to you? Agility and might come to mind, but there can be other things.
Yeah, mine would probably be Mike, because I'm carrying somebody.
I mean, it could be. You could argue for logic, because you're like, okay, logically, this is where this goes, and I've taken my time to go here, blah blah blah. Perception, maybe to see where you're going. You just gotta make it up and make it make sense.
Before we go, Mikey's going to walk over to Rolf and be like, "Hey, are you sure you're strong enough to carry that dude?" And use bolster to try to make him basically rage carry this guy out of it. We're gonna be the annoying brother going, "Are you sure? Do you need some help? Are you sure? I'm always here to help you, brother."
I just punch him in the arm.
You get bolster, so I'm gonna bolster you so you get advantage on your might.
Your face, get out of here.
Or whatever, or whatever route you choose. But yes.
Whatever you use, yeah, you're gonna get advantage.
I'll use might.
All right, Raph.
All right.
Give us the first roll.
All right, what's my advantage then?
1.
Advantage
One.
1. Yep. I think I'm looking at the difficulty. I think this would be challenging. All right. Oh, you murdered that roll.
That's right, brother.
You just dropped down like 7 stories and land and refused to be hurt. Like that's. I mean, you basically making it way down. All right, so let me get the next screen up. All right, who's next?
I'll follow.
All right, go for it. What are you gonna do?
I'm using agility. We're gonna do the Spider-Man wah wah, like the Mission Impossible through the vents,
All right.
and fail horribly.
Oh.
Ouch.
Can I land on Rolf? Can I just like butt slam on top of him, please?
For
Yeah.
some reason, you're going in circles to the vents. Like, he has gained some speed.
Raphael's like, why is he being so loud and coming so much faster? Oh, crap. You know?
Just slip.
Where is he? How did he turn left?
See the classic like Lewis from Drew Carey where he's just yelling the whole time.
It's Mikey. I screw up once.
I'm still falling. I just ran out of breath.
I don't know. I think you would just take some straight up damage.
Hit me with it. Hit me with it.
What is...
He's like falling down it. 7 stories.
Yeah,
God, I'm gonna be dead.
it could be a steep one.
Oh. Okay.
However,
You need a little bit of that Odin healing there.
Hold on. Where's my character? Yep, there it went. Yep.
you're so busy bolstering and you're carrying other stuff, and it throws off your balance a little bit, I think, and then you get down part of the way, and then you slip a little bit.
Pick up
I
speed.
think what it is you're making that last jump, but the candy bar Casey Jones gave you comes out, and you try to grab it in midair, and you're like, oh no, and it throws off your jumping.
No.
Snickers.
Can I at least land on Rolf's toe?
You not only
Can I-
grab the candy bar, but you also soft cord off Raph's toe. That
Dude,
is sound.
No, I just wanted to hit him. I wanted to be like, ah!
However it lands, but you still have the candy bar, and some of the text spills out, and you're picking yourself up off your duff, and then Leo and Don, one that you follow after, maybe a little
All right.
safer than your bro, would be good.
I'll let you go.
Alrighty, let's see. Create a temporary non-essential. Okay. He is going to wait. It takes an hour. Never mind. That is too long. We'll move on with that. Yeah, he'll just. He's going to take his time. He's going to really just. He is relying on the fact that they know how to climb to just basically walk down the walls. But I know I still need to do a roll. But he's not in no hurry.
Okay.
I was going to do the jury rig, but in the level 1 version that I've picked, it takes an hour. So no, that's not happening. So disadvantages, neither. 25.
Yep, you are fine.
He's just
Hey, while they're doing this, I want to see if I can jam the door so these guys can't get out.
You talking about the scientists can't leave the room?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you think? What kind of role do you think?
I mean, is there anything I can do to like, I don't know, just do like might and break the handle off?
Yeah. Yep. I'm just asking what role you want to make. That was the first one that came to my mind, but
And this is why you're the leader.
I think, what was I using? I've got that thing where I can substitute a skill.
for might, I think.
Attribute, fortitude for might. So I'll use my fortitudes. Basically, I'm just going to grab on a handle and pull until the damn thing snaps.
Crunch. Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead.
All right. Do it straight.
Yes.
15.
It's okay.
Alright.
It's not like sealed. It's not forever, but it will definitely hold them up for a couple minutes. Make it a little harder for security to get in, for them to get out.
Oops, I broke it.
What?
Toss it to the guys.
Hate when that happens, man. Hate when it happens. All right.
How do I use it? How do I use a feat?
Well, what feet are you looking at here?
I'm gonna fly.
Fly. Let's see. Do you have the flavor written down underneath fly?
Yeah, it just says you gain a flight speed equal to your normal speed at the GM's discretion. Certain hostile actions can counter it. So if I have wings, a net could stop me from flying. If I levitate with magic, a counter spell could stop it. That kind of thing.
But you have
How do turtles fly?
It's more his. How would you explain it in a realistic term?
Honestly, it's more like the kind of flight that monks had in D&D. I have to be kind of in or near a physical object to push off of. It's crouching tiger, hidden dragon type of flight.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna say Mikey has
On
never
wires.
seen you do this and is just sitting on his butt looking up as you come down going
Oh,
I think you have to actually stop halfway down because Donnie's taking so long because he's just like,
I figured that's what he's doing.
and he just kind of moves forward a little bit and you slide past him and he just goes back.
Mikey's just
And he's
laying
literally
on his
humming
back.
that. He's making that sound.
All
I'm
right.
just like laying it. I'm just looking down, kind of like watching you, like waiting for you to finish. Like,
So I feel like you should have a roll, but at the same time, this kind of says you got a flight speed and you're just kind of working your way down. I feel like you bought that feat, so
okay,
The climb stuff has the same thing. It's got a climb speed. You can scale and walk even upside down with no fear of falling.
wow.
So wait, I failed for no reason. Well, no, I failed for flavor.
You
Good
failed
with-
for
I'm good with it.
I
Mikey
still
screws up once an
wanted to
episode.
see how well you
You need to
got
roll
down
something.
in this area. So maybe there is a roll.
There still was one.
You
I mean,
just
it's
agility
not.
with it.
Yeah, make me a roll, Thad, but I'll give you advantage 2 because you're really putting this flying into effect here. That way, everybody's made a roll. It's fair all the way around. But I'll give you, because you used this feat, I'm going to give you some nice advantage for it. I have spoken. Let it be done. For the Emperor, may he live forever.
Wrong game.
Ah, always. All right. Oh, there you go. You rolled it. Yep.
Yep.
15 was my target number. Most everybody
Yep.
had 15 except for that weird looking 4 back there. Yikes. Ouch.
Oh yeah, I gotta fix that. He walks over to Mikey,
Thank you, Peter.
flips him over, and then puts a band-aid on his forehead. Let's see what
I
happens.
can totally see Mikey just face planting
Is there
at the
gonna be-
bottom, be like, ah,
He's going to give him a healing band-aid every episode. Someone roll that for her.
Jesus. How much health is that?
7.
That's half back.
Mm-hmm.
That is half back. That's good.
You should aim for something softer.
I tried to aim for Raph.
And he starts picking up the stuff that dropped and trying to find a spot on him to put it. And he's like, okay, pouches.
I'm still laying on the ground. You walk over and shove it back into my bag.
He has some in your backpack. He really snaps something in half and shoves it into a pouch. He's like, I don't know what that is.
Leo drifts down to the ground, and I guess what do we find ourselves in? I think you're muted again, Luke.
Oops. Yep, sorry. Thank you. You find yourself at the end of this maintenance shaft, and there's a way that you could go. Basically, it's just, whatever it's built for, it's access to the sewers in case it needs to be. And you'll find the spiral staircase that will actually take you down. So you're in this room. I put you at the top of the little stairs there. You make your way down the spiral staircase, and this grid actually works. So you should be on the sewer screen now, right? Where you see my hodgepodge of maps put together. And there you go. It leads right into the steamy green sewers, your favorite place.
So would you say we know the city layout well enough to know the direction we need to head towards our base?
I don't know. Maybe? I think that would be good for... That would actually probably be a pretty good roll to figure out, since it is a little bit... since there's kind of these 4 pathways coming up here. And we'll say that north is actually north on the screen here. Due north, right? So... Oh, what happened? It's the Michelangelo character sheet.
What?
On my end, it looks weird. Don't worry about it. You're fine. There we go. Boom. All right. So I would say, well, you can tell me, but logic or perception, something like that.
I will try to use perception and see if I can get my bearings as far as like the city goes.
All right, so you guys have to go down into the sewer here. I'm gonna you place yourself on the outer rim of the circle, right where the stair ends, in whatever order.
Okay. Which one? Oh, did you move me already?
I did not. I moved Raph down there to kind of show. Raph's got Stockman with him.
There.
I put Stockman off to the side, but because we know he's your guy.
Mm-hmm.
Do we have like a radio that we're talking to Casey Jones with, or?
I think someone would have a walkie, because you would have. I think you would have radioed. I assume that you were going to radio to him about the spotting of the supposed ninjas across the way when you were on the rooftop.
Mm. Yeah, Mikey would have said something.
Yeah.
I think I did say something.
So, Mikey, you want to make a perception check about, or a check about the direction you need to go?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you guys get down in the sewers. Raph, you're carrying Baxter. Michelangelo's like looking around, kind of. He's probably like, sniffing the air, see which way. Just like
no, he's sniffing the air and trying to take in all the smells to figure out which way his favorite restaurants are, and that tells him where the city's going.
Yep.
Nice.
This is only 9th Street. Hi. Ooh.
Disappointed that you're going by the sewer smell coming out of each restaurant, but that's cool.
Hey, dude, you know what that Indian place smells like?
Just as poopy as the rest. Nice.
Oh! When it comes to food, man. When it comes to food. Indian places that way. Italians that way. Oh!
So due west is going to be the way that you're going to want to head from here, at least to get you back in your familiar sewers. You haven't been in the sewers over here before.
So where the map gets pasted together, that's where we want to go.
Yeah, where it looks even more super weird.
Ominous.
So, other than Michelangelo, if you feel now, like sometimes I do this, and I even take advantage. Like the DM's like, and people can make perception checks if they want. Everybody makes them, but if you feel like you are in a position that you'd be looking around, but there's something a little off down here. So if you feel as though, unlike Michelangelo, because he's doing the direction finding, so the other three, if you feel like you're in high alert or you're looking for something other than direction, or if you're just smoking a cigar and you don't care.
Unfortunately,
No, but
Donatello has two flaws that would preclude him to be carrying where he's at right now: absent mind around new tech, and the compulsion to investigate unique tech or occult items immediately. So he is pulling stuff out of his pack and examining it while basically keeps bumping into Raph every time Raph takes a step away. Just
so
Makes sense. Makes sense.
So probably Leonardo would be the only one paying attention, because
no, Raph could be. I was just using you as an example. It's whatever you
Raph
feel.
would just be like leaning up against the wall, like waiting to figure out which way to go, smoking.
Are you leaning up against the wall? You got Baxter on your shoulder.
Yeah. He doesn't care.
Okay. Leonardo.
Yo.
You just get an eerie sense when you get into the sewers. You've been in a lot of sewers.
Something's off. Try my prescience again, because that worked so well.
Got to work one of these times.
It has to, right?
Yep.
So I just click prescience and it rolls, right?
Yeah, you have to tell advantage or disadvantage, but just go straight up. So you hit OK again, and it should roll.
There you go.
There we go.
what? It doesn't do good. Are you sure?
So
All right. So I stand there, still my mind, put the smell of the Thai sewage out of my mind, and focus on the sounds and the harmony of the sewer. And it tells me,
it calls me. Sorry. Don't go Moana. Don't go Moana. All right. But I love Moana so much. All right. I should get back to the map for our friends. I'm just waiting to reveal. So, like, you sit there and, like, you're looking, like, Mikey's sniffing the air, Raph's smoking, Don's looking in his backpack. You roll your eyes, and then you get looking like, and then this rat brushes by your foot and you kick it away. And another rat approaches from, like, out of the water, and it's actually the size of, like, a small dog. You're like, holy crap, and you kick that too, or whatever. You push it out of the way, and then that's when you're just like, okay, and you kick in your on the spot meditation, your sensory deprivation with your eyes closed or whatever, right? Allows you just to expand your sense of touch, your tremor sense maybe, in this case, in your hearing. And there's the dripping of the gray water, and there's the sound of the city up above, and whatever Michelangelo's saying to himself over there, you gotta ignore him as always. Maybe Don's murmuring too, and you hear the skitter, like the splashing of rats, lots of rats actually, and they seem like there's rats all coming into the room from all directions, all 4 directions, and you're starting to notice that they're actually quite big, and they actually all seem to be kind of. It's weird. They seem to be kind of coming in, like purposely all together, like not just random how rats are.
So they're not like being chased in here. They're assembling. They're congregating here.
They are assembling. That is a very good word.
No.
Rat Vengers assemble.
Ugh.
Oops. One second here. One second here. Sorry, Mikey. You're not supposed to be sharing a spot with them. I'll move on.
But you are.
Except you can say one crawled up Mikey's back and he's freaking out.
Splinter?
Dad?
You follow us here? I thought we was on his own. All right, so yeah, these things are about as big as a medium-sized dog. These rats, they're huge. I mean, they're bigger than huge. They're ginormous. Okay, I have to move the zoom call. There we go. So they can see on the screen. There's 3 top, 3 bottom, 3 left and right each, total of 12 as these things come in. And you notice this. You get a moment to do something before the next thing.
So am I the only one who's aware of this?
Yes.
Okay.
You're the one that made a roll.
All right.
And it was a good roll. But these rats are assembling on purpose, and they're huge, and no one seemed to notice them. Like, one's actually sniffing just up behind Michelangelo. Well, actually, I'll back these up just a little bit here. Yeah. So what do you do, Leonardo?
So I'm going to take the rat closest to me, spear him, and then whip it at the one that is right behind Don.
Behind Mike?
Mikey.
I'm sorry.
That's by the stairs, yeah.
Good read.
You can definitely do an attack on the one, and if you kill it, I'll allow you to make another roll to try to hurt it. Try to hurt the other one. So you start off right with an immediate attack, right? So with your katana blade?
Yeah.
Okay. I will feel that they didn't expect you to attack right away, so you'll have an advantage on this.
I will say that with the precog or the prescience, they have a malevolent intent, right?
Well, I don't know if I would give you that. They would assemble to come into the area to see who's in their domain, possibly. I don't know if you know that they're malevolent. You don't speak rat. I mean, you speak to a rat on most occasions, but you don't speak to regular non-sentient rats.
I guess what I'm looking for is like they're not. Are they being friendly? Or are they just being curious?
You don't know. They come into the room, and that's the end of their movement, and they stop, and they all like stand up on their haunches and like look. And being that they're about almost, they're half as tall as you guys when they do that. And here's the thing. I'll give you this 28. There's also something else in this room, but you can't see it.
Okay. I'm going to attack. That sounds like a good idea.
Sounds great. Why don't you give me a damaging attack against these rats, against their guard. All right, so that is 16.
And what am I rolling for that?
whatever you have deemed your attack roll. With a melee attack, it's either agility or might, I believe, or fortitude, I believe, because you've substituted that for your might, right, with your feet.
Yep. I'm using fortitude.
How's that look with fortitude?
2d6. Do I get advantage?
I'll give you advantage 1. Yes, I'm asking, what's it look like when you use your fortitude?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Is what is this attack going to look like?
I see.
14.
It does not hit.
Dang. This was going to be he was going to do like a forceful stomp, not just a regular step, but like a full weight slam into it.
Okay.
Which he missed. And
Yes, he did. And now it's my turn.
Read, I guess.
Okay, so we're going to go to initiative in a second, but everybody suddenly hears a voice. It's coming like, it comes like out of the middle pipe, maybe, but it also seems to come from all 4 locations. Like the way it echoes, you can't tell where it's coming from. And you hear, "Unloyal cur! You dare to attack my subjects and infiltrate the kingdom of me, the king of the rats." And in saying that, this huge, radish-looking leopard man just comes crawling out of this middle pipe in your presence. Please, someone feed off that. So yeah.
Oh, rats!
I thought Dad was king of the rats.
I'm waiting.
Dude, you need to get some vitamin D, man.
Oh, Leo. So yeah, he comes up and he says,
Donnie just looks up. What's going on? He goes back to tinkering with something. I know he's got a Mauser out now. He's just like,
"I think
what?
the rats are all looking at all of you, and so is this large, like this guy is about 4 times your size. He's huge. He's like the ogre size when in D&D. Like he's the 4 square when you guys are a single square. And you can see he's actually a man. He's all bandaged up. He's got smaller rats hanging off him. He's got this old, whoops, I had it. I think he has this old lab coat on, I believe is what I had him on. And where did my inventory go? Or did I take that off him? I don't know. Oh yeah, he has a lab coat on. It's old, it's tattered. It looks really heavily padded, but it's all tattered and ripped apart. And he comes out and he's just like, he pulls out these 2 huge, rusty, dirty Bowie knives. Like these are just 2 gigantic knives. And he has rat-like features, but he's still human. It's kind of like opposite of Splinter.
And he's like ogre sized.
He's way bigger, yes. He's probably like 7 feet tall, you know. And he just comes out and he's nimble and agile as hell. And he's just looking at you and he basically is saying, "Why you come into my territory? I am the king of rats."
Someone ate their vegetables.
I need. Where's my other page here? Okay. Where are you? HM05. But yeah, so he pops up and he just basically, he points a knife at you. He's like, "Yeah, who dares enter the kingdom of the king of rats?" And he's like, twirls them. What do you guys do?
Rat King, huh?
No.
So do we get?
No, wait. Yes, I actually like that better. I am the Rat King. I'm keeping that name, by the way. And he twirls his knives.
Well, as a payment, we're gonna leave then.
He goes, you just attacked one of my subjects. One of my most loyal. You did not-
Listen, dude.
No, go ahead.
Listen, dude. Bro, we didn't mean to. We're just trying to get in, get out. We'll leave you to your own devices. We're just taking this guy and leaving. We humbly apologize. We did not mean to encroach upon your kingdom. Please forgive us. And I'm gonna hopefully use persuasion to like talk this dude into letting us leave.
Yes, you can make a roll. I'm just looking at... Okay, so you're going to have disadvantage 2. 1 because Leo attacked one of his rats, and the second because he's psychotic.
Damn it, Leo.
It happens.
And then we're going to roll initiative if this doesn't go
Okay,
well.
so it's disadvantage 2 because Leo attacked something and what?
And he's psychotic. You don't know that.
Oh, okay, he's crazy. That's cool. That's fine.
I mean, he's a giant
Yeah,
man rat.
100% cool.
Living... There's time for talk later. Now it's time for slashy slash.
This is disadvantage?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Oh,
Ouch.
You're so bad at this, you think you should attack.
I think I should smack myself. Oh, well.
We just want to leave. Or we can stay and fight, I guess. I mean, it looks like I'm reading the room.
Oh, the fight's on. Let's roll initiative.
I'm the light. Let's try.
And you know what? I don't know where the initiative roller is. I used to know, but I feel like it's not where it used to be. Or I
it's
just
underneath your hit points.
no. Like you can make a tracker, and then it puts them all into an initiative order together.
Gotcha.
But rollable tables, maybe that's not it. I'll figure. See, I figured out how to assign you guys character sheets. So next time, I figure out how to do that. All right, so. Okay, giant rats, initiative. Okay, so initiative, what do we get? Okay. Leo's a 23. I think he's the highest. And then 21 for Raph. For now, let's do it old school and write it down. And then King of Rats. I mean, Rat King. See? You can't just have the same name. You got to make it crazy. Then Mikey. Who's after 18?
Me, I'm the distracted guy.
Donnie, and then the rats.
Yes.
All right, Leo, you're first. Now,
Right.
I'll explain the minion thing, but the rats are minions. A single hit will take them out.
Minions. We have our minion knives for these guys.
Now, the Rat King, of course, is not a minion,
How
obviously.
big is this chamber?
What's that?
How big is this chamber?
It looks like it's about 35 feet by 40-ish, roughly. Oh, maybe a little bit more. Like 40 by 40, roughly,
Okay.
give or take. 5 foot square.
5-foot step.
We'll just say the fish rots from the head. He's going to take a run at the wall. I don't know if you can see if I ping over there.
Mm-hmm.
So he's going to take a run at that wall, run up and do his fly, and she's going to try and come down at the back of the Rat King with his katanas.
So are you still attacking him? You're just using your flash. Okay, so you should be able to move. If you moved, whoops, I'm doing the wrong map. If you moved here for 4 movement, then technically you could probably move 2 more. But you're trying to go back over here, huh?
Yeah, or I can go the other direction.
You're just trying to get flanking on him on the other side?
Pretty much. Yeah.
All right. If you can beat his resolve, I think, because he won't see it coming, I think that you can land that.
Okay.
I don't know if you'll... yeah, you should be able to attack. We're playing like the real easy rules as we're still learning, so it's not like Pathfinder cut and dry. There's a little room for leeway. So give me that fly roll, however you feel that you should need to. If you beat his resolve, you can make it there. Otherwise, he's going to pull you down before you get there. I mean, by pull you down, I mean hook you with his knives and make some turtle soup, man.
All right.
No, that's Shredder's thing. Shredder dines on turtle soup.
That's rough.
It
It didn't work well at all.
was by one.
A little bit.
I'm sorry.
End up just falling into the water about there.
Yes, because you tried to go over him, and when you get to about here, he like hooks you with his knives and stabs at you and like tries to take you down. So dirty Bowie knives. Let's see here. Oh, so he doesn't hurt you because he only rolls a 6 against you, but he still stops you in your tracks, and you stop there.
That's fine.
Actually, I would say you'd stop right next to him because so like you try to fly over him. He takes his knives and he like jabs them into you, but he hits some of your stuff and not you, and he pulls you down to the ground. But you don't actually fall, and you're still there, so you can still throw an attack at him if you want.
Oh, heck yeah. I'll go for his Achilles.
Okay. Are you attacking with fortitude?
Oh, yes.
So you and the Rat King engage. Now, just because Mikey's talks did not work before does not mean you can't try other methods. I don't want you guys to think that it's always just battle to the death or anything. I like what Mikey tried to do. It just, things. Oh yeah, I got changes. That was it didn't quite roll. Rat King. All right.
1 hour.
Changes.
10 minutes.
All right. So what did you roll? A 17 versus his guard? Nope. Okay. So did not hit him.
Okay.
And Raph, you were up, sir. You have Stockman.
All
You have
right.
Stockman in your arms.
I just dropped Stockman.
Stockman is now not in your arms.
And I grab one of the mousers from Donnie.
Oh.
And I show the Rat King that they're making a bunch of those mousers up in the lab up the stairs
Ooh, okay.
to hunt them.
What do you say
Or
or do? Besides, like you grab it and you hold it out at him.
yeah, I kind of like set it down. I'm like, they're making a whole bunch of these up these stairs. If you guys want to, that's the real threat to you and your friends.
What is that thing? Doesn't seem to know.
I mean, do we know?
Yeah, we watched it
Yeah, we
decimate
watched.
a mouse.
Yeah, we watched the mouser.
Yeah.
Maybe explain it's a mouse hunting thing.
Honey, take it away.
I'm sorry, what is going on? Explain what? What are we talking about? He's sliding something like he's acting like he's trying to distract you by talking as he's sliding something like in his pocket. Like, what are we talking about here? That's, this is a self-motivating mouse catching device that's capable of breaching walls of up to, I believe, he puts his finger, pokes the thing, and it snaps at him. 2 to 3 inches thick of stonework in a single bite. So he grabs it by its head real quick. It's probably going to go crazy. Let me just make sure this is off. And he starts to try to hide it back in his pack. Everyone's watching him, but he's still like.
Raph, are you trying to make some type of intimidation or?
Yeah, using my presence here.
All right, I'll give you advantage because of Don's
Assist there.
kooky, weird type of assistance. Yes.
All right.
What? I'm not kooky.
It's gonna
Just a 1.
be
Weird.
yeah, it's true. It's gonna be a challenge because he's crazy, and you attacked his subjects.
And
I didn't do anything.
Guilty by
The hothead is
association.
Leo
Sorry.
in this scene.
Sorry.
Oh.
Womp womp.
Well, let's see. So his resolve is 12, so you hit it on. But he's like, that's an interesting concept, but it doesn't convince me much. A piece of metal, and he goes ahead and attacks Leonardo. So you got through to him a little bit, but it's not enough to Like you're getting through, maybe? It's one of, maybe he has to see it in action? Maybe you figure? So he listened for a second, but it wasn't enough to pull him away from his goal, which is to murder you guys for coming into his lair, I think. By the same time, effect being the target's turn for the... Okay, 1d4 damage per round. Okay, so, Leonardo?
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. I don't know if that hits your guard. I don't think so. Probably is... That's not a good roll after my test rolling.
It's on the Twitch.
Leonardo, your guard is a 17. The Rat King attacks you. He does not hit you.
Okay.
And I think he was still the most mad at you for attacking one of his rats, so he stays there to engage you. All right, let's move on quickly here. Michelangelo, and then Donatello, and then the rats. I'll type up the initiative order real quick here.
Yeah, we can't see any of the DM rolls.
Oh, I remember I switched that and I didn't put it back. Thank you.
Yeah, we had to look. Oh, I'm looking at Twitch to see the rolls.
Yeah.
Mikey
Don't do that.
Mikey is going.
Just kidding. Sorry.
Mikey's gonna reach into his bag and pull out one of the mousers that are still active and like snapping at him, and he's gonna be like, "Listen, dude, just watch this," and he tosses it into the group of the mice beside him.
All right. Let's see what kind of roll would that be. Well, I guess you tell me. I mean, there's maybe activating it to throw it. It might be some type of logic, or it's more of a you're just trying to be convincing. Is that where you're going with this?
Yeah, I'm just trying to convince him that these things are dangerous to his children or subjects or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Donnie will assist. He'll yell out. He'll like flip the switch on the collar. It goes into attack mode instead of standby. And he's like, he's literally got one. He's actually got a little screwdriver stick it in because that switch is broke.
Yeah, so Mikey's just gonna like flip it on and like toss it and be like, "This is what they're making upstairs. If you don't want all your subjects dead, you need to go stop them."
All right.
They're so obviously trying to get out of a fight.
I'm already hurt. I don't want to do this. I want to go home.
So, Donna, are you using like one of your actions to assist then?
Mm-hmm.
Michelangelo? Okay.
Yep, I use my turn to assist on this roll.
Okay, so is that advantage or no?
Yes, advantage
Or
one.
just regular roll?
Yep.
Okay. Submit.
I can't find my DM only rolls. I just did it the other day and now I can't find it. Holy crap.
Much better.
So you want to show him by letting it tear into one of his subjects.
Well, I mean,
We'd probably stop it before it tried killing it.
yeah, we're like
Maybe.
gonna just like I'm gonna let it loose, and then like right when it goes to try, like right when it targets a mouse, I'm gonna be like whack with a nunchuck and like smack it down.
Okay. Because I feel like, nope, that was a persuasion roll. So yeah, you turn it on, it leaps out of your hands, hits the ground, and it just goes after this rat. Like it just leaps up, and the rat just squeals and like jumps away from it. All three of them do. And just as it hits there, you're like, you smash it in the head with your nunchuck and just break it right to the ground. And it just, you know how monsters blow up. And it blows up like monsters do from all the video games. And the Rat King's like, and he's still like, he's looking at Leo, who he's just in combat with. He steps back for a second. And he's like,
Point up the stairs.
Yeah, Mikey's also pointing up the stairs.
what brings large man turtles down the sewer with inventions? Things that you say are hunting my kind. Why would you bring them into my kingdom then? What is the point?
Hey,
Why are you here?
We're sewer folks too. We've got our own little beach of sewer just down the way. It's just neighbors helping neighbors, dude. Just neighbors helping neighbors.
Why have you? But why? Why are you in my kingdom?
We were underneath the building where they make them, and we came down that way.
and he steps. Leo, he disarms. Well, he doesn't disarm, but he steps back out of fighting prowess. You know, out of combat. If you step back, I don't know.
Yeah, I'll retreat if he does.
Okay. You don't have to actually move away or anything, but yeah, he steps back. He's like,
Drop our guards. We're only trying to pass through your kingdom. If you let us go, we'll let you tackle the monsters upstairs.
and I have your guarantee that 1, they made them. 2, you will not come back to my lair. And 3, I have yet to think of a 3.
He said he's wearing a lab coat. Does his lab coat have any insignia on it?
Who? Baxter?
The-
Oh, the lab coat? Oh. It does. Well, I had to look it up, but I can't find it. I don't know the. So yes, there's this name on there, some completely human name. You know, no doctor, but like technician. Oh,
It doesn't say WRT on it.
yes.
Okay.
We'll say the name is ripped. We'll actually say the name is ripped and gone, but you can tell it's a WRT lab coat.
Ah. Your buddies upstairs made this, the ones at WRT. You know them, don't you?
No,
It's on the 6th floor.
they
They have
experiment.
maids and rats.
They experiment. They've come. They came to us months ago. They came and offered that bastard Stockman a deal, and he cut a deal. And then when I said it, yes, I'm remembering it now. He said that if I got in his way, he would hurt me, and he did. He used some of that foul radioactive material, that green goo. He threw it in my face one night after I was helping him with the rat maze. Oh. I will kill them.
Who made it? Who came to make a deal?
Oh, you're gonna need to roll there. He doesn't. He's starting to like go off on a tangent somewhere else, and you're losing him. He looks like he's looking at that stair. He's looking at that stairway where Stockman's body is completely laying on the ground, but he hasn't seen Stockman there yet. You don't think? But anyways,
I'm gonna use presence to try and like command his attention and have him focus on me.
okay,
We have a bag over his head too.
That is true. We do have a bag over Stockman's head.
that's okay. That's probably good because I don't think he likes him.
Presence 12.
Versus resolve of 12. He looks at you for a second, for just a moment. You can get out like 1 or 2 sentences, and then you're gonna lose him.
Who offered him the deal?
Do I say it? You would never believe me if I told you. And then he looks at you, 4 giant turtle men. He's like, actually, perhaps you might.
Just look around at the other 3 like,
It was the men that came. They were men dressed in purple and black. One was red and black. And they had this gigantic, he's bigger than me now even, just gigantic, I don't know. I guess he was like a man, but also a warthog or something. He was gigantic, and he came to cut a deal with Baxter. That I will kill Baxter. I will kill him. I will kill them all. Leave me alone. Get out of my kingdom. Don't come
I
back.
think we saw Baxter up in the lab. He's still upstairs. And then we go,
If you're going to say that, you need to be deceptive.
okay.
Then one of us going.
Here he is right now.
And
He's like,
yep, he sure is right up those stairs.
Yep, sure is. Right, guys? You saw him,
I
right?
think he gets to about there and he stops and he's like, something doesn't feel right. Someone else needs to jump in and help Leo, or else this is going to go south again.
Dude, why would we lie to you? There's all we want is to go home.
All right, Mikey.
Seriously.
Can you win the day, Mikey?
I'm trying.
I
I'm
know.
trying to think of something else to say.
You could say you don't have to lie. Just tell him we saw Baxter up in the lab.
Oh.
We did.
Yeah, true. We saw Baxter up in the lab. They were doing all these tests on mice. They were getting killed in this maze, dude. It was gruesome.
I remember that maze. I used to run that maze before I could talk to the rats. I did not know the pain they suffered.
Well, they're currently getting chomped on at the moment.
He gets angry at this, but you need to make a roll. See where his anger goes.
All right.
Oh,
Oh, man.
Holy crap.
You rolled a
That was almost a
30
double explosion in the D20.
37 plus 8. Yeah, you're right. The D20 exploded. Well, it rolled another. It says 17 after that, right? And then another 8. That is how it happens in Open Legend when dice are exploding. if you don't know, dice exploding in this game and other games, if any dice rolls, whether it's a D20 or a D4, all the way or in between, if it hits that max number, it rolls again, and if it hits the max number, it rolls again, and it just keeps adding. They keep exploding. Michelangelo rolls a 45. He goes crazy, and suddenly he's like, "Come, my subjects, we avenge our brothers and sisters tonight." And him and all 12 rats, I'm assuming Raphael and Donatello kind of part the waters, part the Red Sea a little bit so they can go through. But yeah, you take Baxter off to the side, so you don't get crashed. But yeah, the Rat King and his minions charge. And boy, I thought this was gonna be a battle, but it was a battle. It was a battle of its own. It was a battle of wits.
Battle of wits.
Yeah.
Battle of who can be more convincing. I'm so glad I put so many points in persuasion.
I think Leonardo was also glad of that. And so
That
we're.
did not go as planned.
And it's crazy. We have a 2-hour time limit. It's a very short role-playing game that we play on a bi-weekly basis, but I think that is definitely the role to end rolls. And I would like to thank my players for being awesome. Oh, yes. Yes. All right. So the TMNT with Baxter Stockman, they avoid fighting the Rat King, now newly named, and his subjects to death. They take Stockman, his body. Well, he's not dead, but they take the unconscious Stockman. Do you take him back to your lair to interrogate him, or do you take him to the neutral location that Casey Jones mentioned that you can meet him to do somewhere else outside your lair?
Probably the neutral location.
Yeah, neutral location. We don't want to be followed back to our lair.
Where Casey Jones and a couple of his CIA actually just Casey Jones is waiting. When you get there with Stockman, that's where we see them walking in. We end the night. We don't need to keep seeing that screen. Come on, this is a beautiful overlay. Let's go back to it. All right, so you guys get out and you meet in this neutral location somewhere, not rural Detroit, but like definitely out of the mainstream. Some old abandoned building, probably like on the 3rd floor. All the windows have been broken out. There's a lot of squatters that have lived there, but they're not there right now, of course. When you come in, and Casey's like, "I knew I'd see you guys again. Especially you, sweetheart." And he points at Raph. And you guys bring him back to Stockman's. He's just starting to come to. And when his eyes open, he's like in a chair surrounded by the 5 of you. And he's just like, You know, the up close last panel like this where he's freaking out, and then that's the end of issue number 2 of TMNT Series number 46. So,
Ask the Turtles page comes up.
Yep. So, there we go.
And then the advertisement for Bazooka Joe.
That's right, on the last page. Well, everybody, we are right about our time. This is our issue number 2, as we're doing it comic book style, the best we can. Issue number 2 of TMNT Series 46, our dark look at the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in Detroit, Michigan, 1946, post-World War II, where they were crazy, weird, secret ops. You know, we're learning more about the story. It's a story that's going to develop over time, where we have a villain of the week or villain every couple weeks, and we kind of learn more about the Turtles and what's going on. So there's a story here. We're discovering what it is. We're discovering who these Turtles are and their dark secrets and what kind of goes together. And we've had a couple combat-heavy, initiative, combat-heavy ones, but we're going to come back around and do some role-playing stuff as well. I think it's working out pretty well so far. This is a bi-weekly game, so come back in 2 weeks as we here again, 8 to 10 Eastern Standard. Next week, I think, is the alternating Tuesday. We're going to be doing a steampunk RPG with the Savage Worlds rule set, and my buddy Soundwavesghost right down there is a part of that. Him and I are players. My friend Nathan Starholler is going to be running that. And I think next week, if he allows me to broadcast it, we'll be doing session 0, which is our character building. So follow, like, subscribe. Appreciate the love on Twitch as we try to work to become an affiliate and maybe even make a couple bucks down the road. So that's all I got here. I might add a couple more things, but I'll talk to players in between. And then we'll be ready in 2 weeks to come back. Oh, also come back Sunday night. 7 o'clock Eastern, where Soundwaves will join me again for our Blades. He's just in all the games I'm in, for our Blades in the Dark game, which is our gothic assassins group in a dark Victorian haunted city as they try to take out the church and replace it with an even older church. If you don't know what that means, then you need to catch up and come see our episode number 35, because we've had 35 sessions coming up now. It's a long, long game. Anyway, I'm going to round robin this over to Michelangelo. And we're going to go clockwise to Raph, Don, and Leo as we do our shoutros, and then we're peacing out. Michelangelo. Muted. Beautifully muted, like I was for the first part of this game.
Hi, I'm LadyRedMoon. I have my own sometimes Twitch streaming. I hope to be starting that back up and be a weekend warrior. And just come by and check me out.
Raphael.
I'm Adam. I belong to HM5 Entertainment. You can look us up on the YouTubes, and we play video games and stuff.
Lots of video games. And I love them. I need to get you another Mario Maker level because I've been failing the last couple weeks. I know.
We've been doing that. Oh, they added a friend mode, so on there, an update. So we should be able to find each other and be able to play each other in a level.
Oh, yes. Okay, all right, we're going to do that. All right.
Anyway.
I get so excited. All right, Donatello, go next.
Hi, Soundwavesghost. I play stuff on the internet, sometimes here. Okay, every time here, pretty much right now, other than a couple Discord games I run. So, yeah, thanks for coming out. Thanks for letting us play this. Moving on to the boss man who flies, Leo.
That is Ex Machina, and every 2 weeks I'm allowed to play one game for 2 hours. That's all the fun I get.
I'm not going to ask why. We're going to leave it right there because any smart husband knows. All right. Thank you, everybody, for joining me.
Thanks, guys. Good game.
So we're gonna exit out now, but you guys make sure you come back Sunday night and on Tuesdays and see us. I'd like to thank the people that were in the chat tonight: Angelo Flight, Commander Root, Crossfire 49, HMO5 Entertainment, sorry, LadyRedMoon, Lurks, Matman Gaming, Sharp Eye Kasune, Soundwavesghost, and Zanuck Burr. Yep, I'm sorry I butchered some of those names, but I love that you were here, and thanks for showing us some support. Thank you for the hosts, and we will see you next time. So have a good night, God bless, good gaming, and we'll see you next time. Laters.
Bye-bye.